Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome to Your Elevated Living Show. I am your host, Amanda Marie Masters. I'm excited to be joining you all here on Sunday, February 24th. It's been a powerful and exciting several days here in my neck of the woods. I was part of an amazing event yesterday that was just so incredibly powerful with my dear friend Diane Forrester, who ran this event. There were 6 of us speaking at the event, and it was just incredible. It was just an absolutely transformational experience for the participants yesterday. We had 50 people in the room, as well as the speakers. It was really just an incredible experience. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Stephanie. So excited to see you all joining. Let me know where you're from, how you're doing today, and please go ahead and share this out, as these messages that will be coming through today will be really powerful. Hello, Christine. Good morning. Hello, Kenzel. I'm going to just take a moment to share this out. Usually I use Be Live, but that technology was not happening today. So pop on in, let me know how you're doing. I think one of the things I'll be doing today is channeling some information for you guys. So if you have any critical questions, bring it on through. Bring these messages or questions through, and I will work with you to see what I get. It's not often I do that work when I'm live on these shows, but I thought, why not today? I think I have some masters that also want to come through. So in any case, I'm excited to be on. And like I said, let me know where you're from today. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, thanks, Kenzel, for sharing. You're in Missouri. I know Christine's in San Diego. So Christine was at my event yesterday with these very powerful women that it was a day of transformation for everybody. And Christine says, you rocked it. So thank you so much, Christine. It was an incredible experience to be there with everyone yesterday. Oh, Raquel, how could I get myself to a higher vibration? I like that. Hi, Rhonda. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going on spirit sessions. Right after this show, I'll be on spirit sessions with Rhonda Elliott, the amazing Rhonda Elliott, Teresa Warren, and Bex Marie at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So I'll be on spirit sessions as their guest today. Super excited, Rhonda, to be on your show. I cannot wait. I'm so looking forward to that. Anyway, so yesterday was an incredible experience to be in a room with people who are really ready to shift and change their lives and bring new dynamics of power and energy into their space. It transformed me as well. And today I want to talk about the process of transformation and what shift looks like. First of all, I want to say that it is not always a bed of roses. I was just talking to a client of mine about this. When you're in the shift, you face the core stuff that needs to be moved so that you can activate your higher states of consciousness. Sometimes that requires digging in and moving through your greatest fears. I have to tell you, in doing this work for myself and really experiencing the shift within me, I've gone through moments of being in fear of opening to everybody, bringing into awareness my greater gifts and sharing that with the world, because sometimes it's hard to say, okay, this is really what is most important in my world, shall we say. This is the core work that I'm here to do. It's easy to say, I'm a mom, I'm a project manager at our local utility, I work in the 3D world, this is my level of consciousness, right, with the general public. And I have to go beyond that. I have to say, you know what? Hi, Katie. Yay. Katie's on right now. Katie was one of the speakers yesterday. She was absolutely freaking incredible. She went on just before me. Katie Bray, like I've said before, is my clairvoyant that I go to for energy and information. She's just fabulous. In any case, essentially, I found that I have to express the bigger reason and purpose of why I'm here. People have naturally connected with me, wanting to know more, wanting to understand more about themselves, without even me explaining who I am and what I do. It's an energy I project. It's a light that I project, where people, you know, experience this connection and want to understand more about consciousness, why we're here, what is going on in their lives, you know. And so for me, it's a matter of stepping in and realizing, oh my gosh, hi Diane, yay. Sorry, Diane Forrester's on too, who ran this amazing event yesterday. I can't say enough, Diane, about how powerful that transformation event was yesterday. With the 50 people in the room, all together, energetically moving through the shift with the 6 speakers, Diane put on a 5-star event. Breakfast and lunch, everything was thought of and catered. It was just so powerful, spectacular ocean view. Diane, I love you. You pulled off one of the most amazing days of my life. It was just incredible. So thank you for so much for that, Diane, and I love you. What I'm here to say is that, the awakening process, okay, this is the Elevated Living Show. This is about living in 5D consciousness. The awakening process requires the commitment to the shift. That means even through the shit, okay? That means even looking at yourself and saying, I don't know, can I actually do this? Is this really what I'm capable of doing? You have to go there within yourself. You have to question and walk through the fire, because your greatest fears point to your greatest gifts and why you're truly here to do what you do. And so I'm here to tell you this morning that no matter what part of the process you're in terms of growth and shift, okay, you have got to look at where the resistance is, where the fears are, where you question yourself, and you know, your next steps, because that's where the greatest gifts are. It's stepping into the gap and saying yes. It's opening to your higher states of consciousness and allowing the universe to magnetize and bring to you what you're supposed to do, what's supposed to happen next in your life, period. When we are in our greatest resistance, we are ready for the next stage of our consciousness. When we are looking at ourselves and saying, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, I don't know if I really understand my next level of consciousness. I don't know if I am really capable of doing these things or supporting others energetically, or you know, bringing messages to people. I don't know. I'm in resistance. That means you're supposed to step in and work on your highest states of consciousness. I have gone through those moments of resistance myself. You know, over and over again at different moments in time. You have got to dig in those moments. All the people that have been most successful in this world have failed the most times in this world. When they have failed, they have listened to that intuitive guidance. They have continually seen the signs, and they have continually moved forward. The people that have succeeded again and again and again, the people in our history that we hear about, the people now that we see on television that are successful, that have done amazing things in their life, have continually, they have dug in. When they felt like there's a giant brick wall in front of them, they have figured out that this brick wall is actually their own resistance and another way to move through it. They have walked on the steps of fire. They have moved through to the other side and to their greater consciousness and succeeded. Example, Jack Canfield, the book, Chicken Soup for the Soul. I don't know how many of you people know about that book or have read it. This is one of the best-selling books of all time. He published it in the early 90s. During that time period, for over a year, it was like a year and a half, him and his business partner shopped his book around to like almost 200 publishing agencies. They all slammed the door in his face. No one's going to read this book, Chicken Soup for the Soul, about, changing self-empowerment and miracles and how you can go within you and change your life. No matter what's happening, you can look at any experience and shift it. That's what the Chicken Soup for the Soul is about. It's about digging in, looking at your own power within you in those moments of the dark, in your darkest moments, and shifting, looking at it and saying, there is light in this. What is the light? How can I move this? Okay. Chicken Soup for the Soul. Literally, Jack Canfield and his business partner went to, almost 200 publishers, and they slammed the door in their face. He was ready to sell his office furniture to try to move this book. They go to a publishing convention in LA. There's, hundreds of publishers there. They still, even at the publishing convention in LA, it's like hundreds of publishers are, no, we don't want your Chicken Soup for the Soul book. Now, it's not, and people aren't ready for it. People aren't ready for it. They were way ahead of their time because they were leaders in this level of consciousness. They were way ahead of their time. No, it's not, people aren't ready for it. We're not. At the end of the last day, when everyone was cleaning up, closing shop at this convention, they found this small publisher from Florida, the Florida Keys. They went to this guy, they literally begged him to take a look at the book, at their proposal, and consider publishing. Will you please publish your book? Okay. The guy says, yeah, we'll give it a shot. I don't think, we'll need to publish too many. We'll start off with a small stock for Chicken Soup for the Soul. I don't think we'll need to, publish too many, but we'll get it done. So the guy starts publishing the book. The book gets out to a certain number of people who talk to the next group of people who talk to the next group of people. Before you know it, they can't even publish enough. They have to move immediately into a bigger warehouse to continue publishing Chicken Soup for the Soul. Soon after that, it's out of stock. They're waiting. People are waiting and can't wait to get their hands on the book. Can I borrow your book to read Chicken Soup for the Soul? I heard it's the most amazing book ever of all time. It's like people couldn't get enough of Chicken Soup for the Soul. It took him a year and a half, almost 2 years to get the book published. And it was a continual no. He was out of money. He was going to sell his office furniture. But they had this belief or knowing that they couldn't turn back. They knew that the messages in the book, Chicken Soup for the Soul, people's stories about transformation was going to change the world. They were ahead of their time. They dug in no matter what and said yes. And of course they had those moments where they were like, maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe everything we felt was not supposed to happen. You experience those moments when you're in the shift where you question everything. It's a part of the journey. It's a part of cleansing out the old so to make room for what magnificence is next in your life. If you're at a moment right now, okay, of shifting patterns in your life, shifting consciousness, knowing that the old no longer can happen, right? Old habits, beliefs, experiences. It's like, this can't be in my life anymore. I know I need to change. I know. Hi, Christy. Hi, Nancy. I know I need to change, and I don't know how to do it, or I'm scared to move forward. Okay? If you're at that moment right now, this is when you dig in. This is when you take classes to learn more about your higher state of consciousness. This is when you read books that'll help open you to deeper states, because it's that moment, the threshold. You know you can't go backwards. You know. You know, I was talking about this yesterday in my talk at this amazing event that Diane Forrester hosted yesterday here in San Diego. It was freaking phenomenal. And one of the things I talked about is living in the shoebox, the 3D world, or the shoebox of life. We are in the shoebox. We're existing in the shoebox with the lid on. That's the 3D world. We go to work, we come home, we have a house, we do our best with our kids, our family. That's the 3D world of living. You know, what kind of car do you drive? What's your job? What do you do for a living? What, you know, who are you? You know, and we're trying to match what we see on our phones. You know, what people are saying is our oh, this is where I live and this is what I do. Living in that 3D world of trying to fit in. Okay. Then at some point during the awakening process, you peek your head up. You poke the lid up. You peek your head out. You're like, whoa, there's a whole universe here I'm checking out. This is amazing. This is so much more than I thought in my little 3D world, in my little town, with my little job and my little house and my family. There's so much more in this universe. And I feel like I'm called to do more. I don't know what that is. You go back in the box, the lid is shut. You go about your life, you move forward, right? Then at some point, the lid comes off of the shoebox and you're kind of out and you're checking out the awakening consciousness of the universe and you're going, oh my God, what is soul? What is higher self? What are guides? What are angels? I feel so much more. I'm intrigued. I want to know the bigger point of my life. I want to understand love. What is love? What is consciousness? And so the lid is off and you're like, oh my God. And then you try to go back in the box, but the lid's off. You're like, oh shoot. I know there's so much more and I'm trying to fit into my everyday world. And yet I want to understand more. Okay, I'm going to come back out of the box. At some point you come out of the box, you're looking down on the 3D box and you're like, whew, there's the 3D world. I don't quite fit in. I don't quite fit into 3D world. And I know there's more out here and I know there's more I want to do. Right? And then at some point, everything dissolves. The box dissolves, and you know you're a part of consciousness. You know you're a part of the oneness. You know you're connected to the quantum field of energy and information that is our universe. You know you're a spiritual being having a human experience. And so a lot of us listening right now are on that path of shift in consciousness. What happens on that path of shift in consciousness? What happens is you have these moments of like, oh my gosh, these serendipities, these intuitive hits, this amazing things happening in your life that are just changing you. They're shifting you, right? And then you recognize, the former doesn't work for you anymore, right? Your old habits don't work for you. Your patterns and relationships with your immediate family members, your coworkers, no longer work for you. It's like you become more detached and you're looking at your life from a higher perspective and you examine yourself in different situations. Could be arguing with your, in your relationship. It could be arguing with your kids. It could be dealing with stuff at work. I can't do my job anymore. My work is driving me crazy. I cannot work at my place of business anymore because I don't connect with it. The people that are driving us, this and that. When you're in the shift, it's not all butterflies. This is my message to you today. It's a necessary part of the awakening consciousness. Looking and re-examining your life and making conscious changes. It's out of your comfort zone. It's out of like our comfort. What is the comfort zone? Our comfort zone could be hell for us. It could be a crappy life. It could be difficulty getting through every day with your work and all your different things you have going on. And yet it's our comfort zone. We're used to it. So we're scared to step out of that into more love in our life, into doing more things that bring us joy, because it's out of our comfort zone. Okay? In this shift of consciousness and awakening, you got to step out of your comfort zone. You have got to adhere to a bigger calling and understanding of who and what you are, and question the things that are in your life now. Okay? It's uncomfortable at times. You are going to meet resistance at times. It can feel messy. And when you step into that fear of, oh, I don't know if I should leave my job and, try to get a different job, or I don't know if I should, when you step into those moments of like, you have to dig in. You have to find the fire inside and see that there's light at the end of the tunnel. There is an opportunity and a possibility sitting for you there, waiting for you to grab it. Anyone you see that's successful in life that you admire, and you're like, how the hell did they do that? They walked the fire. And they walked the fire multiple times in their lives, not just once, not just a few times, again and again and again. Okay? Oprah Winfrey is someone that so many people want to meet and connect with and think is amazing. Okay? Oprah Winfrey is, in my opinion, phenomenal. Okay? Her ability to bring forward leaders, conscious leaders from around the world, and connect them to people, millions and millions of people. You remember Eckhart Tolle? Remember when she brought on Eckhart Tolle for The Power of Now, or no, A New Earth? That was like 2008 or something. She brings on Eckhart Tolle on her national show, and they do this whole learning series on A New Earth. And people were criticizing her, when she got her new network. She actually has talked about that when she, started her new network, how she walked the fire for like a couple years. It was like hell for her, day in and day out. But yet that burning, that knowing inside her pushed her forward. And now the OWN network has these amazing shows that so many people connect with and tune into because it's Oprah. And she's going to bring you to that next level of consciousness. She's going to bring forward people that are ready and willing to help you shift. So my point is, anyone in history, Einstein went through hell. He had to leave his country. Tesla, we drive Teslas, right? Because Tesla, was this amazing quantum physicist that, brought forward information on harnessing free energy and this and that. Tesla, they think even till this day, may have been killed. I don't know. But these scientists that bring forward information that's ahead of our time were risking a lot during their time period, right? Point is, you got to step in and learn how to harness your power as a gift to move forward and awaken in your life now. The energies coming to this planet are calling on you to wake up and to shift into higher states of consciousness. And really, the highest state of consciousness, in my opinion, which I have not achieved yet, is really understanding and owning the oneness within you. I saw on here earlier, there was a comment. There was a comment about, why are there spirit guides and angels and you know, for you when you have your higher self? Isn't that an interesting question, right? Because ultimately, your higher self and the higher realms were all connected as one, in oneness. And it's really hard concept to understand when we're all physically separated. Even everyone tuning in right now, we're all physically separated right now, yet we're connecting in globally through this technology. Essentially, our higher self is a part, you know, the spirit guides, the angels, they're all the energies interconnected. So what is our higher self, right? I say it's a higher dimensional aspect of my consciousness, essentially. My higher self is a higher dimensional aspect of my consciousness. Yet, why do I have spirit guides? Why are there angels? Why are there masters? Why are there other, you know, energies connecting in to support me if I have my higher self? That's a really damn good question. It's like, whoa, you're right. Because in the higher dimensional aspects of us, we are the we consciousness. We are all connected, interconnected in the quantum field. We are all love. Why do you think everything on this planet is centered around love? It's either like moving towards love or away from love. All the songs, all the best songs, all the best movies, all the best books, all the best selling, everything on this planet historically has been centered around love, has been centered around improving your life, to feel more love in your life, to be more happy in your life, to be fulfilled in your life. Because guess what? In the higher states of consciousness, that is the reality. So here on earth, as we're experiencing our divine self on earth and we're awakening, we're connecting more to our higher states of consciousness, we're going, I'm not okay with living in a pile of crap here on earth. I'm not okay with my current job. I'm not okay with my relationship. I'm not okay with what's happening with my health. What the hell's going on with my health right now? I don't get it. Because we're connecting now naturally as the awakening and the raising the frequency of the planet. We're connecting now naturally to our higher states of consciousness. So there's a bigger call here. There's a higher call, and it's opening us. And we're like, crap, I can't go back anymore. I can't go backwards. What I'm experiencing now, there's no way to go back in the shoebox, man. I can't go backwards, right? You're like, oh, darn it, I can't fit back in the box. I'm way bigger than this darn box. Point is, what is my point? Point is, we're all in the awakening experience together, okay? There is no going backwards. The people listening right now want to be more comfortable in their lives, have more joy in their lives, have more love in their lives, accept yourself for who you are. How many people here can say that they accept themselves right now and they love themselves unconditionally? That's all Jesus was trying to teach us. You are divine. You are a part of the light. You are unconditional love. You are perfect as you are. Be authentic. Be who you are. Work on your passions. Bring those passions forward. Do you love to write? Do you love to play music? Do you love to, you know, do you love to step into those higher states of consciousness? So it's like, step into that knowing. Step into that awareness of who you are. It's time. It's your responsibility. Okay, this is one of the things I was talking about yesterday at Diane's event. We had these 6 amazing speakers there talking to this phenomenal group of people that are ready for transformation. They're in the shift. They've got different stuff going on. And I said very specifically, I said, we're not responsible. I'm not responsible. If you come to work with me, for example, if you work with me as a client, I'm not responsible for your shift. Diane's not responsible for your shift. Katie's not responsible for your shift. You are responsible. We give you guidance and information. We support you based on our history, based on our tools, based on our knowing. And it's your responsibility every single day to dig in. And when that resistance or fear comes up, it's your responsibility to say, no, I'm not going to dive into this. I'm not going to sit in it. I'm going to allow it to move through. If I'm pissed right now, if I'm upset, if I don't want to do something, I'm going to sit in it and I'm going to move the energy, because everything is ultimately energy. It is owning responsibility in terms of the awakening process. That is probably the biggest tool here. That means even through the crap. I've been through plenty of my own, right? I don't know how many of you have tuned in to, like, a month ago, I fractured my elbow, okay, which is it's like fantastic. It's fabulous. I chose in that experience, I fell over my Roomba vacuum, for God's sakes. It's like, what? I chose in that experience, I fell, and instead of getting really pissed at myself because it was my right arm that I basically took out of commission, and I'm right-handed, instead of getting pissed at myself, I immediately started the process of, I'm healing. I'm self-healed. I'm healing. My cells are healing. I started this intensive process of healing my own system, energy system, so that the energy wouldn't get totally stuck there and it wouldn't be horrendous. And through that process, I healed myself pretty quickly. And with the support of my friends, there was moments of frustration. I was in some pain. It took me a long time to shower every day, all sorts of stuff, complications with not being able to use my right arm. But in that, I stuck to the process of, I'm healing and I'm getting better, rather than getting pissed at myself, rather than, you know, going off the deep end of like, what am I going to do? My right arm's out of commission. 4 weeks later, I go to the orthopedic surgeon last week. They take x-rays, and the doctor says to me, wow, you have a tremendous amount of bone growth here to fill in that fracture. Usually, you know, I'll see stuff like this in children, but you have a lot of bone growth for this phase. Usually there'd be a little bit of bone growth and I would still give you restrictions for the right arm, but you have enough to the point of where we call this healed. And he said, that's pretty significant after 4 weeks. And I said, oh, I've been doing this healing work. I've been telling my body, I've been telling my cells that they are healed and they know what to do. I've been telling my body that it's its own system and it knows how to heal my elbow. I've been telling my body that consistently. And it's made a difference. I actually have physical proof of telling my cells that I'm healed and making a difference. It's an incredible process, and it was a big one, guys. Okay, that was not all butterflies for me. It wasn't super easy, but it was a choice I made based on the experience. It was a choice I made based on the experience. That's a big difference. That's a big difference there. I made a choice that my body knew how to heal itself. I made a choice to tell my cells to start the healing process as a system. If I had gotten extremely angry at myself for tripping over the Roomba vacuum, if I had been freaking out because my whole life was about to change for a period of time because my right arm was out of commission, if I had started freaking out on myself, my body would have started just, you know, my cells would have been listening to that, and it would have been chaos. And my body, it could have been in a lot more pain. I wasn't in a tremendous amount of pain. The hardest part for me was the limited movement and all that stuff with not being able to really use my right arm. That was by far the hardest part. But I didn't have the amount of pain that most people experience and other things because I was telling my body to heal itself. I was telling my cells what to do. So my point is, in this awakening process, when things get difficult, when fears come up, I don't know how this is going to happen, I don't know what's going to happen next, you got to dig in and trust. the next step, the next phase. You've got to allow yourself to, I don't know, fall and get up. Fall and get up. Fall and get up. It's not all roses and daisies. And yet, when you taste the awakening experience, when you taste the bliss of the shift, when you taste what it feels like to be connected, to be in your higher states, to access your, and to connect with guides and angels, it feels amazing. It's like, yes, this is what I want in my life. Yes, I need more of this in my life. And there's no going back. You're outside the shoebox. So my point is, when you're digging in and fearful and things are difficult, get help. Listen to things that'll help you. Don't dig into the fear and say, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe I'm wrong. When you go there and you say, maybe I'm, and your whole body's going, your body's telling you, no, keep going. You're wrong. When your body does this, when you're resisting and it feels like crap, your body's telling you, no, you're wrong. Keep going. Jacques on here says, no, it's not, but it's also hard work. That's what it says here. So it is hard work to a certain extent. Absolutely. It is hard work. But the bliss you feel and the connection you feel when you commit to shifting your life is incredible. There's nothing else like it. There's nothing else like it. That feeling of love, self-acceptance, connection with others in a higher state of consciousness, there's nothing like it because it is the fabric of what we are made of. Hate isn't the fabric of what we are made of. Living in fear isn't the fabric of what we are made of. So it feels like crap. Love and connection with others is the fabric of what we're made of. And that is why love has sold more of anything on this planet than anything else. Right? Music, movies, books, you name it. Self-help stuff, right? Transformation stuff. Because people want to shift. People are saying, well, how do I do this? You got to seek out mentors. You got to seek out, there's tons of stuff like on YouTube, meditation videos. I actually have rituals. I gave out a sheet yesterday at the talk. For me, you've got to commit to every day to keeping your vibration high. Okay? You've got to commit to it every single day. What does that mean? For me, it means waking up in the morning, doing a guided meditation, 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be anything long or exaggerated. Don't tell me you don't have time to meditate. Don't tell me you don't have time to go for a walk. Don't tell me you don't have quiet time for yourself, enough quiet time for yourself, because I'm extremely busy. I'm an independent mom. I am a single mom, but I like to use the word independent mom because I'm happy single. I'm fine. I'm an independent mom of 3 kids, 15, 12, and 10. I'm a project manager at the local utility, and I do this spiritual work. I am busy. I am busy, and I make time every morning to meditate, write down my 5 things of gratitude. At this point, I don't even write them down. I just cycle through my 5 things of gratitude to shift my consciousness. I do my gratitude work in the morning. I meditate for at least 10 minutes. I drink tea and water. I have that quiet time. I stretch. And then I get started with my day. I also do it at night as I go to sleep. Doing those things as bookends of every day in my life keep my vibration at a higher state. When I get pissed about things, when I'm frustrated, I turn to my tools. Deep breathing, breath work, going out into nature, going for a walk to shift my energy, writing out whatever's bothering me so that I can get it out of my energy system. Right? Highly recommend it. If you go to my website, amandamariemasters.com, I've got a meditation on there called Awaken. It's free. You can just sign up. Highly recommend you grab it and start listening to it because that is the shift I'm talking about. It's really, really, really important. I'll see, here's what I'll do. I'll see if I can, I'm on Spirit Sessions next. I gotta get off of here because I'm on Spirit Sessions at 9 a.m. Pacific time. In 20 minutes, I'm gonna be on Bex Marie, Teresa Warren, and Rhonda Elliott's show. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be talking with them at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So jump on Spirit Sessions after this on the Akashic Academy Network. I will see if I can post on here my worksheet I created yesterday. I'll see if I can, I don't know if I have to do like a PDF and try to put it on here for you guys, okay? Because I can understand some of you listening are like, okay, Amanda, but how do I do that? Okay, I don't get it, you know? The worksheet I'll give you it shows you how to do the morning ritual and evening rituals, like bookends of your day for the shift. Okay, so I get, you know, if some of you are like, gosh, how do I do this? How do I start to make the shift? How do I stay in my awakened state? It's hard. I feel heavy. I feel tired. You know, it's cleansing the layers of energy that no longer serve you is really what it's about. And accessing your higher states of consciousness. And that's really what the Akashic Academy is all about, right? You guys are tuning in on the Akashic Academy. That's what this network's all about, is to help teach you and give you tools for the shifting in consciousness. I must get off. I will see if I can get my worksheet up on here. Somehow my, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I'll see how I can post. Maybe I can post a picture. Maybe I can create a JPEG of my worksheet and post the picture in here. I'll try that. I think that'll work. I'll post a picture in here of my worksheet so that you guys can check it out and start looking at it. Like I said, also you can go to my website, amandamariemasters.com, and pick up my Awaken guided meditation, which is really helpful. Okay? I love you all. I hope you enjoyed today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Join in next Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Pacific time. I'm Amanda Marie Masters. Sending you guys all my love. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.